Hey guys, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Can you hear me okay?
Hey guys, can you hear
Hey. Hey Joshua. Hi Kimberly. Hi everybody. Hi Tammy. Hi Chris. Hi Jennifer. It's a little chilly out here tonight. So tonight we're going to be giving away a couple of recorders. I'll just get that out of the way first. Hi. Hi everybody. Hi Kimberly. Never too late to skate. Skating mama. Hi everybody. Hi Tommy. Hi Deborah. Hi Larry. Thank you for the birthday wishes, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of this. So one of the recorders is this right here, an RT EVP, which is a pretty complex device, but it should have the manual in here and everything. Yeah, it does. It's basically brand new. So it's a recorder and it has a built-in ghost box. So that's one of them. And the other one I'm giving away is right here. It's an Olympus digital recorder that a lot of people really like. So how this is going to work is Debbie's here.
Hi.
And she's going to start jotting down your usernames here, your screen names. There she is. And she's going to put them in a bowl, this bowl. I haven't done this in so long. I forgot how to do it. But anyway, she's going to put the names in this bowl right here. And like 5-10 minutes before we end, we are going to pull two names, or Debbie's going to pull two names. So everybody that's in here, you have to be in here by 8:30. After 8:30, we're not adding any more names. So she's going to start recording the names now. And she'll probably go inside, right? You're going to go in?
It's a little cold.
It's a little chilly out here.
Well,
I have my jacket on. So we're gonna do that at the end. So everybody's username. So everybody's saying hi, Debbie. Yeah. So, all right. So, with that said, you want to go in and do that?
Yep. All right. So
Okay. Hi, Debbie. Bye, Debbie.
Bye. I'll see you later.
Here you go. There's the bowl. And she's also going to bring the little doggies in because I'll be out here barking.
Come on, you guys. Let's go in.
All right. So. Let's see. 8:30 is in how many hours? It's in about 27 minutes. So like if somebody comes into the group at 8:40, their name's not going to be on the list. Anybody who's in here right now, hi Amelia, anyone that's in here right now is going to be on the list. And we're doing it old school with names on folded pieces of paper. And Debbie will pull out two at the end. And I'll ship out these recorders to you wherever you are in the world, free of charge. So we'll do that every session, actually, or every live stream. We're going to do a giveaway until I run out of these things. I have quite a few of them. All right. So let's see. Did anyone have any validations from group night? There was a lot of validations from group night. We could talk about that if you like. Thank you for the birthday wishes again. Thank you, Susan. Yes. Yeah. Group night, I decided to try it a little differently. Let me move my camera here. It's bugging me. It's still the same. All right. So I did it a little differently. Normally, you know, for the many months that we've been doing this here, now I'm like Josh. I was watching his live streams and I see these chats going and I lose my train of thought. It's so easy. Yeah, a lot of people had validations, but for the first time I did a thorough, or I missed a couple by accident, name call with everybody who left their name on the post that I made a few hours before the session that I was recording. Usually I don't, you know, do all the names. You guys have left names as intent. I've called them out before, but I called them out quickly. This time I decided to kind of say the names and give a few seconds, a little while for any response. And if I felt something, I gave a little bit more time. And as always, it's not possible to have everybody get a validation. That'll never happen. We don't know, the mysteries of the universe, of the spirit world. We don't know exactly why some come in and some don't. But, I was a little disappointed in the session when I first reviewed it because the box wasn't sounding very good to me. And I've had much clearer box sessions. But even so, there were things that came in that were pretty direct and validated for a lot of people. And it seems like you guys liked that, where I did the separate name calls. Now, the only time that could be a problem is even if we get 50, 30, 50 more people in next month's session, which we might have less, we might have more. But if we get more, it's going to start being really hard to do because it will take a long, long time. And then energy dwindles. And when the energy dwindles, the results dwindle. So I'm not sure how it'll work out if we had a lot more people. But I will try to implement that in the sessions from now on. We'll make it work somehow. Yeah, some people were saying they can't see the comments. And I'm not sure why, because when you click the link to get in here, you should see the video up top. Say you're using a phone, you should see a video up top and comments below it. And if you're on a computer, you should see video and comments to the right as I'm looking right now. And if you can't get in or you can't see the chat, take that link and copy it in your browser or the YouTube app and try that, and you should be able to see the chat. Reverberation am I sounding okay? There's kids in the park behind me. I hear them playing. Charlene, well, the calling out the names, yeah, I was noticing I was losing my focus, which you're right, the flow kind of gets disrupted. But I have to go with what you guys like and what brings results. But, we'll try different things. Some people can't seem to see the chat window at all. So I don't know what's going on with that. Hi, Grace. Hi, everybody. Is a necrophonic app just a collection of sounds? No, necrophonic is there's no radio. It's all phonetic sounds. There's no words. There's no phrases, according to Keith. It's just sounds like vowels and beginnings of words, but no words. Same theory. Spirits manipulate audio to speak. That's a fact. So they're going to take those bits and pieces and somehow magically form words out of it. Let's see here. All right. All right. That's right. They can't. I'm looking at the chat issue. People can't see the suggestions in the chat because they can't see the chat. So again, if you can't see the chat, that link that I posted, copy that, like copy and paste, copy that, open up your web browser on your phone, or if you have the YouTube app, and put in that link, and it should open it up with the chat. I'm not sure why it didn't in the first place. So it's really interesting. Somebody said hit the little X on the upper left corner and then come back into live chat. Steve, can your spirit guide come through in dreams, like help you and manipulate your dreams for the better? Wow, you guys are coming in like fast and furious here. I believe spirit guides can come in through your dreams. I've been having some weird dreams the last week, and I feel guides have been coming into my dreams, and like I'm having a conversation with them. And this morning, I use an iPhone, but I also have a Google Pixel 3 that Google sent me. They wanted me to check it out and review it. And it started to beep in my room. But in my dream, I heard the beep, and I was reacting to the beep in my dream as I was having this conversation, who I felt was my spirit guide. It was really strange. But I think they can come into the dreams, and if you go into dreaming and you start practicing and learning how to go into lucid dreaming, that is when you can start kind of controlling your own dreams. There's people who dream at night and they can actually create and direct their own dreams, and they're aware in their dreams. So there's lucid dreaming, and of course, then there's astral travel after lucid dreaming. But lucid dreaming is the step before astral travel. Where are we at here? This is the first time in weeks I could see the chat. Oh man, that stinks. I didn't know that. I didn't know people had a problem with getting in. We'll have to figure out what's going on with that. Joshua, I only have an SB7 Spirit Box at the moment. SB7 Spirit Box is it works, right? It's not, it might not be the most fluid or the clearest, but it still works because it's still using that, you know, the audio theory. I'm sure you're using it with a speaker. It always works best with a speaker because the built-in speaker is so tinny. Thank you, Grace. Yeah, just getting older. Where am I at? All right, let's see. I don't want to miss any seconds here. Thank you, Amelia. Yeah, I use this microphone. It's a blue raspberry, and it just plugs into USB and usually works. Sometimes if you turn it up too loud, it gets crackly. All right, where are we at here? What's a good app for the phone to talk to spirits besides Necrophonic? Necrophonic works great. And the thing with all apps is you have to establish that connection. You have to record it and then review it. But other apps that work great are Spiritus. It's made by Keith as well. I don't use a ton of Android apps because I get stuck on whatever works for me. But for Android, there's, you know, the Portal Plus. These are all old though. There's probably so many new apps. Maybe people, maybe some of you in the chat can recommend recent, decent Android apps that I don't know about. I'm going to have to start digging into the Android apps here. I have a couple that someone sent to me. The guy that did the radio interview with me about the haters and all that, he sent me a couple of his apps. I have yet to install them, but they might be a little dark. I don't know. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I used the Necrophonic the other day and asked if anyone was buried on our land. It said dirt. Oh, that's interesting. Kimberly, oh, you had two windows going. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, if you get words being formed, that means they're using the app, according to Keith. Now, I didn't make the app. I can't validate, but I've asked him. He's a good friend of mine. And I'm like, are you sure there's no words in this app? Because when I was getting the demon stuff, I had sent him a message and I said, are you sure there's no words in this? And he assured me that it was all phonetics, phenoms, whatever they call it, and no words. So that's pretty amazing. So if you get words with it, you're getting communication. So yeah, record it and review it. And then you can kind of try to make sense out of what they're saying, because a lot of times spirits will talk, as you guys know, by seeing my videos, or if you do this, a lot of times they don't make sense. And there's some theories behind that, that one day we can talk about. Hi, Candy. Yep, having a great day. Debbie made my favorite meal, chicken and dumplings, homemade, and banana pudding, which I have yet to dig into. Now, I was trying to give up sugar, but I had a couple slip-ups in the last couple weeks, so it's my birthday. Why not, right? All right. Yeah, a laptop will help with the chat for sure. All right. What personal experience happened to you to make you want to start exploring paranormal? That's from Tommy. There really was none, actually. Wait, I don't want to lose it. Where are we at? Okay, I'll find it. So Tommy, yeah. Hold on. These are coming in like mad, so I don't want to lose. There we go. This has kind of been with me since I've been little. When I was 9, I would use a Ouija board 2-3 times a week with friends. By the time I was 14, we'd have seances in my room every weekend. By the time I was 16, 17, I lived in my parents' basement. It was almost like my own little apartment, and we'd have seances and we'd try to do spirit communication. Of course, we didn't have devices. We had candles, and I would see if the spirits could blow the candles out. When I was 8 or 9, I'd go to the library with my mom, and I would get books on the supernatural and ghosts. And when I was 9 or 10, I had her take me to go see Beyond and Back in the theater about life after death. So it's always been with me for some reason. I've always had an interest. I lost interest when I got married in 1994, 5. And I had, my son, and then, life takes over and you don't think about other things. But I've always had an interest in it. There was nothing crazy. I've had some experiences when I was young that I've spoken about and written articles about, but not one real solid thing that got me into it. Though what got me back into it after I lost that interest was seeing a spirit box video on YouTube, and there was really only 2 or 3 people doing it publicly at the time, and it was the very first radio hacks, and they were very noisy, but I was intrigued by it, decided to go forward and try it for myself, and here we are today, many years later, with the spirit box stuff. So yeah. Chris Flynn, have you ever used the Puck setup? Over weekend session I did, spirits mentioned to me about ordering with Puck. You mean the paranormal Puck? Are you talking about the I can't remember his name. Bill Chappell? Is that what you're talking about? Amelia. I have had so many strange experiences as well lately compared to the usual you see with me. Yeah, it seems, I bet you're digging more into this, Amelia. Now that you have 2 of those boxes, you have 3 DR60s, you're doing sessions. The more you do, the more stuff is going to start creeping up, and it can get freaky, it can get enlightening, it can get scary. I don't know I know you touched on what you're going through with your house, but Amelia is here, and she also has a Patreon, and she owns 2 of my boxes, Wonderbox Gold and the Soul Speaker, which I actually kind of miss. I love that box. But she also has 3 DR60s, and she does sessions. So she's a patron here as well, and I'm a patron on her page. Where are we at here? Are you going to have another session at the same time with Josh anytime soon? Now, Josh is supposed to be in here. I hope he doesn't have the time wrong, because he texted me earlier and said he'd be here. I haven't seen him come in yet. But yeah, we plan on doing that, and it's getting cold out here. Holy cow. We plan on doing that. We want to do like 1 or 2 a month of those, and try to really, deepen it, and kind of, we want to get on camera better too, have like a split screen so we can see what's going on better. So yeah, we're definitely going to be doing that, because that was interesting for sure. Do you have a separate app and then connect the box you create? I'm not sure I understand the question. I use SCD2 app with all of my devices. So if I use a Wonderbox, a Portal, I'll plug the SCD2 into it. It enhances the app. It gives spirits energy. It gives them the tools to be able to connect easier and manipulate that audio easier, leave longer phrasing, be more direct. There's different things that the box does for the apps. Yep, SB7 is good too. I have a lot of videos with the SB7. There's like 760 videos now, I think, on my YouTube, and a lot of them, especially the older ones, are with a lot of those radios. Kathy, what does it mean to have a spirit attached? Well, my theory is, and I believe it 100%, I've spoken about it before. I don't know if I've spoken about it on live stream, but spirits, I have found when they speak, whether we're using an app, a radio, a box, I say now a lot, we are the #1 tool for the spirit. We're the conduit, right? So it's our job to connect. I don't know how old you guys are here, but I'm getting up there. And when I was a kid, you would see a lot about seances, on TV, and a lot of phony ones too, a lot of frauds and shyster mediums. And I kind of grew up with having a bad, taste in my mouth over mediums, because there were so many frauds. But where was I going with this? Yeah, what does it mean to have spirit attached? So if you look at those old films, or even from the 70s, 80s, and people doing seances, they conjure the spirit, right? Now, there's a lot of truth to that, actually. You do kind of have to, bring the spirits in, whether they're attracted to you or you have a way to do that by building trust with them. With me, it comes from years and years and years of doing this. And I can almost like turn on a switch where I go into a mode and I can just start envisioning and they instantly start coming in. You start feeling electricity in your body. But your question, when you do this work and you do communication, spirits do attach to you. And I have probably 50 messages recorded where they tell me they're either attached or in me. And that's when the communication ramps up. They kind of use us. They use our energy. I think they use our brain. I think they use, us in a way that helps them with the energy and the power, they call it. And then they use the device. And then our technique comes in with the recording and the review and all of that good stuff and the respect to them. So spirits attach to me all the time, but they come and go. Sometimes there's a stubborn one that likes to stay, and I don't like when that happens because in my experience, it can cause issues over long term, health issues, respiratory issues, chest issues, heart issues. There's issues that can happen. But anyway, spirits do attach to you. They're energy. Spirits are energy. What is the best starting spirit box for cheapest price? PSB7, you can get them on Amazon, but I think they're like $80 now, 70 to 80, 60 to 80. PSB7, I did a video on it. I think the video is called Best Starter Spirit Box. And I give a demo of it and I show you the box and all of that. It's on my channel. And I've done that video, I think, in the last few months sometime. It's not an old one. Susan Marie, I've meditated for 3 of my relatives and 2 have validated themselves, but there is one that hasn't. Why is that? That's a good question. I wish I knew. I don't know why some validate and some don't. I don't know if it's an energy thing. I don't know if there's somewhere else that they can't get through, or even in that meditation that it doesn't reach them for some reason. We'll never have all the answers, of course. There's so many mysteries with this work. If I could live to be 100, I could do this till I'm 99 and probably only have 5% more answers than I have right now. Patricia, your thoughts on reincarnation? I get asked this all the time. I think I got asked last week or last session or last live stream. It's kind of been hinted at throughout the years in sessions, but not confirmed. But what I gather is that our souls are here on Earth right now as a learning process, right? I truly believe they're here to learn, to love, to learn, just to be a good person, right? Our soul is thirsty. Our soul wants us to be good and help our fellow man and not hate our fellow man. And I think if we live this life and we turn out to be rapists or murderers or, awful, awful people, I think that when we die, we come back for another try, because I believe our soul has to go through a learning process to reach the different levels of the afterlife. And it's said that there's, 7 levels in the higher vibrations, something like that. And, our soul kind of graduates. Now, these are all theories, of course. This is not set in stone. But I feel that some of us can come back if need be. I don't know if we all do, though, but I could be wrong. Ashlyn, how do you get to astral travel from lucid dreaming? I'm pretty good at controlling my dreams. I've become very aware. I think dreaming has more meaning than people discuss. Astral travel is really challenging for some, and for some it seems to come easy. There's different techniques. There's like the rolling technique. There's you would have, the best thing to do is to Google it or find a good book on it. I read a book when I was 16 or 17, and I did the 90-day exercise to your first out-of-body experience. And lo and behold, it was day 89 or 90, and I started to have my very first one. It freaked me out so bad. I woke up sweating and freaking out. It scared me, and I never tried it again because I thought that I was dead. But it's just something that you have to practice at. And if you read up on it, and since you already can do that with your dreams, I bet you'd be someone who'd be able to do that fairly easy. Grace, Wow, you can control it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I usually don't do that. I wish I could control my dreams, but last night was a really vivid one. So that's kind of cool, Grace. Missy, no Casper tonight. Actually, he's in shed right now. So every about 6 weeks, he sheds his skin, and it's about a week-long process. And he stays in his little cave, and he doesn't come out. He doesn't eat. He doesn't do anything. So he's in there. I think he's going to the shed in the next 2 days. So next live stream, I'm sure he'll be out. He's grown a lot, actually. Larry, have you had a lot of pushback by religious leaders for your outstanding work? Not really religious leaders, but a lot of religious people. I get emails every day with like they're preaching to me, and I send them. I just automatically send the link to the article I wrote. If you go to huffparanormal.com and you go to the menu, there's a menu selection that says demons with a question mark, and I just send them to that article and show them that what I do is all based on love. Spreads love. It helps people's lives. It saves people's lives. It saves my life, or it helps my life, I should say. I mean, it's all doing good. But as far as religious leaders, no, I don't know if they're aware of me. And if they were, they would probably just assume I'm a fraud, as a lot of people seem to do. They just can't wrap their head around that this could be real. That's one of the problems of raising awareness to this. People just can't believe it's real. No matter how long you do it, how much you try to show it's real, there's just some people who don't believe, or they don't want to believe. Notice you've been speaking to Ed often lately. See a guide. Ed's been around for a while. He started coming around after my first Bel Air House visit, when I went there with Paranormal Lockdown with Nick Groff. Ed is the resident spirit at the Bel Air House. And when I was there the first time, Ed instantly started coming through. If you watch that episode, you can see that. And ever since then, Ed's been with me at home. I went back to the Bel Air House with Keith and Carissa of the Chill Seekers. Ed was talking. We did a seance, and he was coming through. Went back there again with Josh. We held an event, and Ed came through, lo and behold. So Ed has been with me ever since. Now, Ed is interesting because at the Bel Air House, Ed lived there in the 1800s, I believed, and he used to do seances in the house, and he was like obsessed with contacting the dead and his dead relatives. I don't remember the full story, but he, this is kind of what he did when he was alive, except he didn't have technology. So imagine you go into his house with technology, and he's still there, and he's like, wow, I can talk through this. I'm going to stick with this guy. So that's kind of the theory, but also he seems to be, I'm not sure if he's a guide. He does help with communication, but he's dark. There's a darkness around him, but I don't think he really wants to be dark. So it's kind of, it's kind of a tricky thing with Ed. How long were you at Skinwalker? I've never been to Skinwalker Ranch. Never went there, ever. So yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never been there. Hey, Terry. King Kiri is Terry Beck. I'll try to remember that. I'm awful with these screen names, though. Like, there's so many, and I don't. If your name's not in your screen name, I always forget what the name is. Do you prefer necrophonic or spiritus? I'm partial to spiritus because I never really got too much dark stuff from it. Spiritus has 4 different banks. You can run all or one at a time. So I kind of like that one. Yeah, it's a little dark necrophonic. I even told Keith that. I said, your app's dark. And he's like, yeah, it is. Keith, the creator of it, told me it was a dark app. So. And are you now sure of Ed and his intentions? No, I'm not. You can never be sure. But all I know is that when he's been around the last 2-3 months, or last couple of months, there's been no problems. I'm fine. I don't feel any negativity. It's not causing any problems. So, I'm not really sure. Marie, you're welcome. That's what we do. Marie said, thank you for, I guess, the session last night. But yeah, that's what I do for you and me. And it's just a group thing. It's a collective effort. And you guys are a part of it all. That's what I love. I'm not going this alone, it's pretty cool. Let's see where I'm at here. Okay, I don't want to miss anything, but there's so many here coming through. Thank you, Susan. Today in the session had spirits say we want to be loved. Yeah, they do say that now. They say that. It's interesting because the first few years I did this, I would never get things like that. Then I had this whole thing about love and the sign from God, and I started talking about it, and I was just talking about what I was feeling from within, right? And then the spirits started to feel that as well. And now I'm starting to have them say that, and other people are starting to notice that. That's an amazing thing. Imagine if we're taking, you know, negative spirits or spirits who felt alone or negative for some reason, and now they're feeling that love and they're feeling that light, and it's saving them. I mean, that's amazing if this is happening. Who is the oldest historic person you have contacted? I don't know. I tried to contact Harry Houdini once, and I had a little bit of success. I caught his voice exactly, and I put a clip of it up at the time, but it wasn't a really great full session. Where are we at here? I feel like I missed some here. Come on. Wow, I missed a lot. There's a lot of comments here. Okay. Stephanie. Is that Stephanie? I'm afraid to get in contact because I don't want to sound disrespectful, don't want to disturb their peace. Yeah, just don't be disrespectful to them. Always approach it with respect, and they will respect you back unless the occasional troublemaker comes in. I'm surprised how well the Necrophonic app works. Yeah, it's an effective app. Some apps work better than others. The way they implement the audio is a big part of it. Could evil spirits sense when you watch certain podcasts? I've been skittish regarding watching the demonic session. I'm going to say yes. I've had experiences where I'd watch anything from a comedy TV show to whatever, and they know what I'm watching. They'll comment on it sometimes. If I'm watching a show with certain characters, they'll start mentioning these characters' names. They've mentioned Facebook and YouTube. They haven't mentioned Patreon yet, but it's only a matter of time. So they do know what you're watching. Now, as far as watching a demonic thing, I don't think that demons are going to know you're watching and, ooh, I'm going to now attach to this person. I don't think that happens. At least I've not seen any evidence of that. I just mean spirits around you will know what you're doing. So, okay, here we go. Beyond and Back. Yep, that's an old one. You watch it today, it kind of falls flat because it's so old, but I still have memories of going to the theater to see that movie. Love chicken and dumplings. Me too. I'm so full. I had a ton of them, Missy. Radio Hack on Android. It's another app. I'm reading the comments, guys. I don't mean to have dead air time here. I just met a woman from Phoenix and asked her if she, if there's a small percentage of people will know who I am, only people who are interested in the paranormal or see my videos. And, most people don't. Most people don't watch this stuff because they're either scared of it, they don't believe in it, they think it's fake, or they think it's all demons. So it's kind of a small niche, right? So the fact that I'm up to 700 and something thousand subscribers really is surprising me, because it's kind of a niche, however you say that word. Yeah, it's, I've been recognized a few times here and there, but it's not an everyday occurrence for sure. Yeah, the Build Chapel puck. Yeah, no, I've never used that. I don't use it. I can tell stories about Build Chapel and me, but I'm not. Where are we at here? I know if you connect with some celebrity spirits, have you ever connected with Christopher Wallace, Notorious B.I.G. No, I haven't. The celebrity sessions have to be pretty focused, and those take me a while to do because during the day before I do the session, if it's a music artist, I'll listen to their music, I'll watch their videos, I'll just talk to them, you know, in the air as I'm listening. I will then set up the room, and then, you know, it's a process. It's an all-day process. And in order for me to do a celebrity, I'm only driven to do them if I was a fan, right? So all the celebrities I've done were either A, I'm a fan of them in life, or I've received a gazillion requests for it, in which case I'm like, okay, I'll give it a go. Like, you know, the Jase Tentacion video, there was so many requests for it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. I wasn't going to do that one. And then one night I'm like, well, I'm going to do it. And to see if I can connect. He has so many fans out there, and it's not someone that I listen to. And I said that in the video. I wasn't a fan. I didn't listen to him, but I respect the love his fans had for him. And there was so much love there. I was like, if I do this, I have to get something, right? Because all this love is being outpoured. So that's why I did that one. Here we go. Josh is probably chasing his cat. Yeah, I don't know if he's here or not. I don't know. Or his time might be off. You might think it starts in 20 minutes. Hi, Mita. That's okay. We're just here chatting and doing some Q&A stuff. Your box is separate. So if you're asking about the apps and the box, yeah, the box is a physical, as you see in the video, separate device. Then you have an app. I use the SCD2, and I plug that into the box, and the box maybe takes that app and takes its capabilities and like ramps it up by 100. You know, it's an enhancer of radios, apps, or anything. I've used it with police scanners. I've used it with all kinds of stuff. So yeah, the box supplies energy and the tools for the spirits to be able to connect and to be able to manipulate the audio much easier. I use the cheap Ghost Director. Yeah, whatever works, you know. I mean, try apps. A lot of them are free. They used to be free. I don't know if they still are, but I mean, just try whatever, you know. But, you know, tip for a lot of new people, they don't realize, because app developers never tell you these things. When you use an app or a radio or anything, somebody's like banging something out here. You have to record the session and review it. So I record everything. I don't turn on a device unless I'm recording with my camera, and then I'll load it into my computer, put headphones on, listen back to it, because spirits will manipulate audio sometimes in real time, and sometimes they'll do it onto your recording device. So whether you're using a recorder like this or a camera like I use or your phone, sometimes that is not manipulated until you play back the recording. So, you know, you have to record for sure. Otherwise, you'll miss 60-70% of what's coming in. Yes, I did do a video about spirit attachment. Somebody asked about spirit attachment. I just did a video like a couple weeks ago about that. So that's on my YouTube channel. What is it that makes the voice method work on your new box? It's a combination of a couple things. The fact that they manipulate audio to speak. So you can use any audio source. Like I said, an app, police scanner, cat meows, into my box. But there's a mode on this box that uses kind of a different sound frequency that is mixed with the signal going in. So there's also the reverse mode, which reverses all audio going in. So that's why there's a delay. So if I ask a question, that sound travels into the box with these frequencies and my voice. It goes through the processing into the reverse, where it reverses it. So it should come out as gibberish. And, you know, some of it does. Very little of it comes out as gibberish like it should. But when spirits are there using it, they will take the energy, you know, from me, the device, everything, and they will manipulate it. And what comes out will be a message. So it's basically just, you know, the audio manipulation from them, the energy, the frequency, and the reverse. Does Debbie ever get freaked out by any of the spirits that come through? Have you done any sessions for her? She got freaked out in the beginning, but so did I in the beginning. Yeah, it was a little scary for her when she first moved in here because, especially at that time, I was doing sessions like almost on a nightly basis in my kitchen, and she would start hearing the voices. For example, if we turned everything off and we're just sitting in my office, she would hear voices with me at the same time, just out of thin air, into our ear. So yeah, but then, after a while you get used to it, and she has zero fear of it now at all. Sessions for her, I tried a long time ago. There is a video on my YouTube channel from long ago where I tried, and there was some success. I wish I could find that. If I find it, I'll post it to the Patreon page. And yeah, I'm getting colder out here. All right, where are we at here? Kat, your boyfriend doesn't want anything to do with my spirit communication sessions. I was worried about my 8-year-old granddaughter. Yeah, that gets touchy. Like, I just wouldn't have her involved in it or around if you're doing it, Susan. Thank you. Debbie is adorable, isn't she? Yes. Thank you. The thumb, this, yeah, that's been going on for maybe 5 months, 6 months. Just something that started happening naturally during a group session one night. And I don't know why it happened, and I really didn't even realize it till I watched the video back that first time. It's kind of like when I'm in a mode and I'm seeing what they're showing me. For some reason, that helps. And I've noticed a couple things. A friend of mine, Katrina Cooper, she's a medium, and she's a very good one, actually. The first medium that I met and found that blew me away in life. And I did a couple videos with her. But I noticed when she does a reading, her eyeballs go all over the place, So I have this, she has this, and I've noticed traits in other mediums where they have like a twitch or a little thing that they do. And I don't know if that's why mine's starting or why it started. I don't know, but it's just something that goes on. Yeah. Words of wisdom. If any spirit asks for permission, say no. They never ask for permission. I've never had a spirit ask for permission like, oh, can I attach? They just do. If you're doing this work and getting replies, you have a spirit attached to you. I guarantee you 110%. Any of you doing this, if you're getting replies that are spirit replies, you have a spirit attached to you when you're doing that session. 98% of the time, they leave. 2% of the time, they stick around. I've had spirits stuck to me for months on end. And if they're non-threatening spirits, it's okay. If it's dark spirits, it can become a problem. But I have not had one to date that I couldn't shake. So yeah, there is a ton of new people here. It's awesome. So thank you guys for being here tonight. It's awesome. So it's 8:43 here. So in about, let's see, maybe 10 minutes, we'll do the giveaway. So I can't wait to see who's going to get these 2 recorders. Where are we at here? Deborah, do we have to come back? Do we have a choice? I don't think we have to come back. I mentioned it earlier. I think we come back if we need to, if our soul needs to learn more. Yeah, Sylvia Brown. I remember Sylvia Brown. Okay, I'm going through your questions here. Hey, Amelia. Yeah, I've noticed. Definitely. Candy, you were at Bel Air. See, Candy's in the group. She was at Bel Air with me. That was fun. I want to do more of those. It's just, there's a lot involved with those things, but I'm going to definitely in 2019. We got a lot of stuff planned. So thank you, Candy, for being there, by the way. I'm afraid to watch the Bel Air video, but I think I'll watch it tonight. Watch the first one with Keith and Carissa. Then watch the one where I went back with Josh. They're both excellent. I love those videos. But yeah, and it's, you don't have to be afraid. Go into it knowing it's all real. But here I am smiling and full of love. And that was many months ago. Debbie's in the second one with me as well. And on Paranormal Lockdown, there's the Bel Air House episode that I was on with George Brown, who makes the Geobox. I think I'm looking at like comments from like ages ago here. Oh no, here we go. I think I'm caught up. Here we go. My boys watch the Patreon group night videos with me and they love it. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Hi. Thanks, Missy. Massachusetts. Ooh, I bet it's cold in Massachusetts. If I'm in Phoenix and I'm shivering, it's got to be cold in Massachusetts. Whew. I can't even imagine. Dubai. It's like 8 in the morning in Dubai. Wow. Never been to Dubai. Here it's beautiful though. I need advice to help a child who is seeing some bad spirits. Whew, that's a tough one. Because if I was a child and I was seeing bad spirits, I don't think that anything anyone tells me is going to help. But I have found in my experience, if you're firm with the evil spirits and let them know that they will not scare you. I don't know if this child is afraid of the spirit, but if they are, firm and they're not going to let that spirit scare them, usually the evil spirits or dark spirits will fade away. It's crazy, some of this stuff. Thank you, Mita. Yeah, there's a lot of comments here tonight. So has Paul Walker come into your experience? Not yet. I've had a lot of requests for Paul Walker. I will say that. Snowing in Massachusetts. But yeah, Paul Walker, I get that request all the time. Oh no, Tammy, you slipped on the ice. I hate that. When I used to live in Chicago and would slip on that ice, that would hurt so bad. Dubai in the 70s. That's nice. 70s is perfect. Heat wave. It's supposed to be 50 for Thanksgiving. It's probably 50 here now, or it feels like well, it's probably more like 55. And like a lot of people at 55 would be out here in a t-shirt, but my blood has thinned. Do you think that murdered people get stuck here because of the nature of their death? No, I don't think that actually. Some people do, but I don't think that. I don't think so. Once spirits find the light, can they still find you and talk to you? That's kind of a controversial topic. A lot coming down with their messages. I thought that is another, because we definitely get messages from those who have crossed over. So whether that is from them directly or a guide or helper of mine or theirs, I'm not sure. But I do think it's possible that they can still talk. It's not as easy, though. It's really not as easy. It's very easy to connect with the lost souls. And I always say 80-90% of what we connect to through apps and devices are these spirits who are always lost or asking for help. Have you ever used a past life regression app? No, I didn't know there was such an app, actually. I'll have to look into that. Have you ever met up with Teresa Caputo? No. I wouldn't even know how to contact her. And, it's another, that's a TV world. I'm not in the TV world. Though there's still a TV deal going on back and forth. I'm talking with Travel Channel, and this has been going on for a while. And I've let them know up front it had to be real. That is, let me be me. They finally agreed to that. I gave them a killer idea for a show. They loved it, and they put together a reel for the execs at Travel. They loved it. We're still going back and forth, so it's possible, but I always look at the TV things as it's not going to happen, because there's always something with the TV things. Do you think we could be guides for other spirits? I was using Necrophonic, and they asked if my guide could come down and help. I think that we could be guides. They say that I guide them. So yeah, I think any of you could guide spirits. We as human beings here on Earth living can guide spirits. So in a way, they see us as their guides, right? So we have guides in the spiritual realm at the higher vibrational levels that stick with us our whole life, according to them. So in a way, we also guide spirits. I think it's a beautiful thing that we can help spirits. You can do better on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I usually say. Yeah. You know, we'll see. Yeah, imagine a show though. I tell these executives and the people on TV, I'm like, a real show will be much more powerful than anything you guys script and stage, because it's reality and it's powerful, and people all around the world would hear these real spirit voices. And the show idea is astonishing. And if it comes to light and it's legit and they keep their promises, it might happen. If not, I'm out, as I would be out like that. Yeah, and this show, I wish I could do it on my own, right? But I would need like insane amounts of money. It would not be possible for me to fund the show that I gave them the idea for. It would take a lot of money. Amelia, I did a session there after my Nick Roth event. I must have missed something here. Do you feel the spirit's essence, or are they making you have visions, an influx of energy? Well, I've been doing this for a while now, and anyone here watching who's been doing it a while will tell you the same thing, I believe, that you start to learn how to sense their presence, feel them. Like me, I can feel them. It's undeniable, unmistakable. It's an energy, it's an electricity. It's much more than just the goosebumps on your arm thing. It goes through your whole body, all the way, up to your head. Sometimes it's just my shoulders. And there's been times where I'm like, are you touching my shoulder? And they'll verify. Or if I say they're behind me, they'll verify they're behind me, because I can feel them. I can feel if it's dark energy. I can feel if it's light energy. I can feel if it's sad energy. It's pretty intense. Charlene, just be careful. Yeah, I wouldn't do TV in any way, and they know this. I've talked to them, and this is why I've turned down so many shows in the past. And this one might be the same, have the same fate. If they can't let me be me and be real, I told them I'm not going to do anything silly or stupid. I'm not going to go chasing demons. I'm not going to stage evidence. It would be basically me, my device, and I can't say what the rest is, and hopefully I would like to have Josh involved as well. But we'll see. Yeah, somebody said, I think you should do the Travel Channel. It's not up to me. It's up to them. They have to agree to my terms, basically. And yeah, so it's up to them. Huff groupies. No. All right. Yeah, I don't know, Ja. I bet you he thinks it's in 6 minutes. I think because the time difference. All right, let's get this giveaway. So Debbie's probably watching this, so she can come out now into the cold, and she'll pull 2 names. So you guys ready for the giveaway? Let's do that. All right, so here she comes. So she's going to pull 2 names out of the bowl. And if you were here from 8 to 8:30, then your name was written down. If you came in after 8:30, your name was not written down. So you can see here, there's a bowl of all the names. So here, you get in here too. So Debbie's going to pull 2 names. Pull 1. Drum roll. I wish we had a drum set. I can't even do it. First name. Who is it? And this is, wait, this is for the RT EVP. It's out right here, but I have the box for it. This is for the RT EVP. All right, who's the name?
Okay, let's see. Candy H.
Candy?
Candy.
Candy. She's the one who was at Bel Air House with us. Look at that. Look at that, Candy. You just won the RT EVP. Okay, wait.
Well, that's my bad handwriting. Sorry.
Candy H. It might be backwards. I don't know, but
Oh, I don't know.
all right. So we're gonna now. She's gonna pull one now for the Olympus. This is an EVP recorder. A lot of investigators use and love, or a digital recorder you can use for EVPs. Who's?
So do you like my stuff?
So do you like my stuff is the username. So
That's
you.
the username. I'm sorry, I don't know your real name.
So you won the Olympus. So what I'll do is I'll send you a message through Patreon, both of you, for your address, and I will mail these out.
Wait, which one is this one?
That's yeah. Candy gets the RT, and so do you like stuff? gets the Olympus. So do you guys hear that? All right, awesome. So, all right, so yeah, it's thank you everybody. So we're gonna close this out. I'm cold, and it's been an awesome time. There's a lot of new people here, which is awesome. Good to see so many people here in the chat, and we'll do this again, of course. And I'll keep updated. I'll keep you guys updated on the Patreon page with dates for everything. So. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Eat some good food.
Lots.
Thank you. Good night, guys.